I don't think that view is too radical. I mean, communication is key. And especially in an environment where you impose a rule on a set of players that only rewards them when they're successful as a team. You know, I get it that if you have a team of, let's say, 2 good players and 2 shitty players, the 2 shitty players, they benefit the most. You know, I get that, but you know, you punish your bread and butter from a you know, distribution, from a distributor's perspective by, you know, not rewarding them as individuals for their good and for their contribution to the greater good of the team. Let's put it that way. So, Heroes of the Storm is definitely. So I understand the issues of the community. Nevertheless, you know, to put it bluntly, it's a Blizzard game, and folks, you know, you see that with the console war. You know, they are followers and they follow Blizzard, and everything Blizzard does is, you know, they admire. And I think that's what Blizzard largely builds upon. You know, you can see that on, you know, the instant success of World of Warcraft, for instance, as another example for that. You know, Blizzard has, you know, for good reason, made their name with
whatever traps the
previous
ancients
titles,
had laid for Tomb
StarCraft and
Robbers.
Warcraft and
The
stuff.
dead bodies of my friends testify to the
Because
folly
of
our
that,
arrogance.
people blindly
I will be
followed
dead
into the
soon as
World of
well.
Warcraft hype.
Our greed was our downfall.
That was just, I mean, World of Warcraft was just a shitty game. I mean, in the beginning, that was just like, I played the beta, and that game was, you know, far behind what was available on the market at that point. You know, thinking of Warhammer Online, you know, the PvP system in Warhammer Online was actually worse, being called a PvP system, you know, open PvP and no sandbox PvP environment. That was just not there in World of Warcraft, and it still isn't. It still isn't. There's, you know, at some point I played my fair share of World of Warcraft as well, but, you know, the lack of commitment to decent PvP and the constant, you know, repetitiveness of implementing nothing new in add-ons, you know, drove me away from World of Warcraft. That's for sure. I mean, they are milking the cow freaking like nobody's business. I mean, they really only repeat everything. I mean, but the thing is with you know, you would look for innovation, right, to keep you going with a game. That's what you would look for. But Blizzard just, you know, puts on a new level cap, puts on some new level areas, and a dozen of factions to do your dailies, and that's about it. You know, there's no real innovation in the add-ons going on. You know, but that is, I think that's the problem of all, which is imminent in all MMO systems on the market currently. That, you know, that category of games just basically at the moment is dead. What the fuck is going on here? Well, what do you say? I need to do this then, okay. So Wildstar for a wee while was a nice change.
We are not the first to
Rift
report
was
this
a nice
Studied these
change.
battles in Kane's books.
I mean, Rift pretty
Seeing
much
them
in
is
the
much
beginning did
worse.
the same than World of Warcraft. It was just, you know, I was just visually very beautiful. And now we have Star Wars: The Old Republic. And while I certainly miss the PvP, the openness of the PvP, I do enjoy the PvE mode. So I play that. I heard the Elder Scrolls have a open PvP area, which reminds a little of Dark Age of Camelot. That is what I'm basically after, that kind of PvP mode. That they had in Dark Age of Camelot. So but I heard they have similar things in Elder Scrolls Online. So I'm thinking about getting my hands on that game to check it out, but there's so many things I'm currently doing in terms of gaming, and, you know. I've never been into these. I don't know how to describe them. You know, Prototype, Darksiders, you know, Enslaved, these kind of games. Hack and slay, like in that real 3D environment, I guess. But I just played Enslaved, and I played a little bit of Infamous on the PlayStation 3, and I really love these games. I have to say, they're really fun. Yeah, but having talked about Blizzard and their ways with World of Warcraft quite a lot, I can see a parallel, sort of, you know, from coming from my view on how they dealt with World of Warcraft. I can see that repeating in Diablo. I mean, so far the Diablo team has put in some real innovations, gameplay-wise and expansion-wise. I mean, the expansion I hear and I read is not everyone's favorite. But I like Reaper of Souls especially, and then you know, the follow-up free of charge editions they did. I mean, they are patching huge when they're patching Diablo, and that's not a small changes that they put in place. And it's basically added value to the game for free, and I do appreciate that. So basically that's what keeps me going back to Diablo every once in a while. It's not, I can't play that, you know, all the time, because it's repetitive, it becomes boring, and you know, I go back to it like every second month maybe.
Well, I've traveled my whole life. Watch the world change.
Yes, it's not like it was.
Have no fear, Leah. We will make this world safe again.
Yeah.
I spent years exploring places like this with Uncle Deck. This brings back memories.
I too enjoy hunting evil creatures through strange new lands.
I was talking about happy memories.
As was I.
Oh, I so freaking hate that. The lack of damage output with this freaking Crusader is... Okay. Fat smoke needs to die now. Fuck that thing. And I'm allowed to say fat bloke because I'm a fat bloke myself. I had a week off. I have to work tomorrow. Fuck me. Fuck off, you muppet. Yeah, some of you might, I think you already left there by now, but, you know, I started this channel off by playing World of Tanks, and I am still playing World of Tanks. But I did not lose interest in the game. I constantly played it while not posting on YouTube and not streaming it. You know, I used to stream it a lot, and I used to post a lot of videos for World of Tanks, but you know, my daughter was born, and that's all she wrote. Yeah. As a lot of things happened since I last posted regularly YouTube videos. So and I had also what I think I wasn't really up to the task of sticking in that mindset that everything I do needs to be a good YouTube video, if that makes sense. Retrieve the beacon of honor from the warrior's rest. Where would that be? I freaking... Hey, Mr. Rogers. Yeah, I sorry for the late. I was not following the chat. I'm very well, thank you very much. Yeah, I still play World of Tanks, like I said earlier. But things have changed, and you know, I am now into console gaming, and I got my hands on there you go, and I got my hands on a streaming thingy, and now yeah, I play Diablo, but I still play World of Tanks and Armored Warfare as well. So once I figured out setting up my streaming thingy here for the consoles I have, I will do the same for the computer, and then I think World of Tanks content can be expected amongst many other stuff. So I have stepped a little back there, playing just one game all the time. You know, mixing it up a little keeps things fresh. So how have you been over the last 4 years? Everybody is still gaming, I guess.